Okay, doing a little housekeeping. Gonna lighten this up a little bit. It seems like the print didn't come out all that great. So gonna lighten it up a little bit. I think that'll fix quite a lot of the problem. Thing is that I have to like lower the brightness on my monitor, I think. I think it looks like 50. Even darker maybe. I don't understand how it prints so dark. But I think what I want to do is lighten it dramatically and then hit it with a little bit more saturation, a little bit more vibrance. And that should do it, because I'm looking at it with 50%, and this might look a lot better. At least I hope. Here's another question I have, like, can you use a digital thumbnail for the cover, or like the thumbnail that you're selling online, like on Amazon? If so, probably be preferable to use the previous cover since it looks better on a lit screen. However, for the what's it called? Hey Gun, what's up? I just popped up in chat, so if you said anything before, I don't think I got it. But yeah, I think dramatically lightening it and adding more vibrance should work for printing. They take whatever you upload. Do you have a separate one for the like print cover, or do you have a separate, or do you not have one? Because if you don't have one, then I guess we'll have to use the print one. But if not, then you can use the previous version for the, for whatever the preview image is, and then like, yeah, what's it called? Yeah, I think just I've lowered my brightness down to like 50%. Hey, Fire Onyx, what's up? Let me see. Brightness. I'm gonna pick it up back to like 80 so I can actually see what I want to see. I think 80 will be good. They use print for print and Kindle for Kindle. Okay, that's good. That's fine. So yeah, you can put that one as Kindle, and I'm gonna give you do you wait? Do you upload a PDF or do you upload a PNG? Because if you upload a PNG, it might be that they're using a printer setting, and so for me that's very simple. I just encode it with the printer setting, and it works, and it'll be a little bit brighter just by what's called. But it's still gonna need to be a little brighter because what's called what's called, but the printer setting might help a little bit, a tiny bit. Okay, so, all right. Yeah, this is the problem of doing it with the, you doing the text for it, because then like, I'm not sure. Can you do this with your software, whatever it is? Because if it's PDF, then if it's PDF, hold on, gotta like make this a little safer. Here, that works. Okay, if it's a PDF, can you set it to? Oh, I have to actually change the proof setup first, because if they're using a SIMC printer, and I think they might be, what you could do is send me the finished version with the text, and I can change the what's called the printer setting. You could send me the PDF, and I could encode it with a different printer setting. And so I have just a little button here for PDFs. Whenever I hit save as PDF, I can use a proof setting, and it will use the cyan, magenta, yellow, something or other. I don't know what the K stands for actually. Color setup, and so I think what happens is any color it doesn't understand that's out of gamut gets. I don't think all printers use SIMC either. I think there's what's called, but I think this specific one is using a SIMC printer, because I'll show you what happens. Yeah, it depends on what's called. I think lightening it up is gonna do a lot. Maybe you won't be able to change the printer setup. Yeah, it depends on where you're printing. I don't know if Amazon doesn't use SIMC. I guess we could Google it. Does Amazon use SIMC? Product managers on website use RGB. SIMC is color mode used for printed materials. K stands for black. Sorry, what? The K stands for black? Okay, so anyways, so the yeah, on the website it's RGB, on the printer, as far as I can understand, uses SIMC. So let me just rely on a specific website. Enter comment to convert your sRGB. Product images. What about printed? Yeah, I mean that's the easiest way, I think. Yeah, so I could just send you this, and I think we'll be good. Because I mean, right now as it is, it doesn't work. Can't really let you walk away with that. That's not really gonna be good for me. Let me see. Let me just open up the preview so that I can show. God, I hate freaking Google sometimes. You can't open it. Like, what if I press print? Okay, that loads a print preview. That works. All right. So yeah, this is way too dark. Like all of the stuff just blends in, and it doesn't work. That's not Um, I'm hoping that it's gonna be what's called. Keep in mind if it prints a bit dark for the second cover. Yeah, yeah, I usually do. I don't know what happened this time. I guess you forget about things like this. This is like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, this is a bit dark, so we'll just lighten this one, and yeah, yeah, it was way too dark. Like anyone looking at it wouldn't see what's going on in there. So I'll send you this PDF. Um, and hopefully I've knocked it down 15 points, so that's pretty crazy. And I looked at it, you know what's called. I mean, we could go a little lighter, um, just in case, because I did look at it at 50% brightness, just in case. Well, we could go a little bit lighter. You know, let's just so that we're safe. And so let me just turn down, send it to you as JPEG so I can letter it. Okay. Yeah. If you could switch the proof setup though, or if you send it to me, I'll switch the proof setup and it'll be this proof, or at least, you know, close to it. It'll be closer to it. So even if I lighten it, it might still find colors that are non-existent in print and replace it with like gray or some shit like that. And so what you want is what's it called, the printer to be working with the correct color profile. So yeah, just send me the PDF when you're done, and I'll convert the PDF to the color profile, and then I'll send it back to you. And I think that'll be the best. I think that'll be the best thing we can do. And so for what's called comparison, it is quite a bit lighter. Quite a bit lighter. All the shapes read still. It's not, you know, it's not so light that nothing reads. And when you change the proof setup, let me see, proof colors. It doesn't look like anything on the what's called on the screen. But yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right. Let me hopefully you could just plug in the file as a layer on top, whatever you're using for lettering. Hopefully you could just plug it in and it'll like work, so you don't have to actually re-letter it or do any of the work. But yeah, this is why it's good to have like a master file. Make sure it's this one. Yeah. All right, so that's taken care of. That'll be good. Slide it in as a layer. Okay, perfect. So then, yeah, no one's doing the crazy hard work. So that's good. It should actually look better lightened. To be honest, I paint everything a little too dark sometimes, and especially like turning down the brightness on my monitor, because I turned it up so I could play video games, you know, because you can't see shit in these games because they're like simulating darkness, man. In darkness you can't see, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna turn up the brightness. All that was on a backup layer, so anything happens, We'll just go back, and it'll be fine. It'll be all right. Let's see, this one's turning out pretty good. Alrighty, let me turn on some music, and you saw the trailer for Joker. That looks like a good movie. That looks like a good movie. Oh, is this an April Fool's joke? Yeah, it is. It is a fucking April Fool's joke. Yeah. I was looking at this upload and I'm like, this is awful. I love Resonance, but this is terrible. This is not good. You going? Alrighty. That was terrible. That was awful. April Fool's music jokes. Musicians also have a sense of humor. Unfortunate that. Yeah, the Joker movie looks really good. I think they released the trailer either today or yesterday. It's good stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it in a movie theater or anything, but what the heck is going on with this? Okay, so that's the text layer. That's the, what's it called, layer? Okay, that's resizing. I'm just gonna, okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's fine this way. How to work on the ship. I'm gonna merge some of that down. And the characters, I feel like, should be merged down. We have like 20 layers for characters. It's like, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna take out the hyper blacks already. I'm gonna take them down to like 15. So that, you know, print, of course. Just in case, you know, just in case. We're gonna start it not so black. Because there are areas of black, but they're not as prevalent. Probably 15 points is very high, but we'll go with that because who knows? Let me duplicate the layers first. Make a backup layer just in case I do want to go back. I'll put down 15 points. 1 point. Slide it over. Hit the vibrance. It's too light for vibrance to work. Not low saturation. Okay. Much more cheery. Okay. So I'll be working on the what's it called mostly? Spaceship. Painting in like the I think one problem is that they're not aligned right now. I try to align them first before I start detailing them. Rust base got raided. Spent so much time on it. Not the best of designs, but you know, had fun building it. They raided us for like 2 days straight. It was terrible. It's terrible. You have to like camp them and like defend the base. But yeah, in the end it gave out because, well, they could just keep throwing shit at us. And it was like different groups raiding us. It was like a different, like a second shift almost. So, you know, we fought off one shift, and then like their friends came up, and like our guys went offline, and then it was like, yeah, okay, let's keep raiding. Keep going till they got us. The good news is that the wipe is in tomorrow, so they can enjoy the e-guns for like a day. And yeah, but they must have spent so many rockets on that base. Right now I'm just playing in the creative mode. It's like Minecraft creative, but for adults. And yeah, just building like weird designs, seeing what I can come up with. That's always kind of the fun part of the game for me. Building something out. Not as fun when someone destroys it, but like without that part of the game, you would never be forced, or you would never be motivated to build something else. So, yeah, kind of need the opposing side of that that side of the gameplay. Let me advertise. I'm wondering how much time I have left for fucking the freaking what's it called? Bjournament. I think I should still have some time. advertising is done. But yeah, there's a lot of like gameplay modes in Rust. Kind of keeps the game pretty fresh, and it's all packaged in, you know, the one. The one wrapper, I guess. Some of my favorite, like there's a flying mode, like you can fly a helicopter. I was trying to fly one all day yesterday. It's a little tough. I think I figured out most of it. Landing is kind of a problem for me. I seem to only Allahu Akbar into buildings. So that's kind of a thing. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep practicing. There's also like Counter-Strike like game modes where you can yeah, just play like arena basically. You can mod anything into that game. It's very versatile. There's a huge modding community. I find kind of interesting. That's always good. Like games with really solid modding communities are usually games that, you know, people find a lot of replay value in. Hey, Grease Your Ambar, what's up, dude? A gladiator? I have never been called that, but I appreciate it. Did you see my blue and brown eye? Yes, I did. Yeah, that, I mean, it's more brownish than what's it called? Than bluish, I guess. I guess it is hazel, but it's just like, yeah, it's brown and green and blue. So yeah. Grisia, are you also in the Bjournament? Oh yeah, that's it. That's what it is. But I've never heard the Bjournamenters, the Bjournamentees, the Bjornants be referred to as gladiators. But I like this. Yeah, I have a what's it called? I have a piece that I'm working on for it. I haven't, you know, really finished it. I have kind of like the Bjournaments, the Bjournaments, the Bjornites, the Bjorni. I'm struggling, but yeah, this is kind of gonna be my entry for it. It's the Black Fox Society, right? So, the only thing I could get from the music, the Bjornites. The Bjornites. I like that. I like that one. With the different spelling though. It's Bjornites. Like, you know, Americanites, for instance. Yeah, I just cranked that out, but I didn't get to work on it too much. I took like a 3-day break because I just felt, you know, kind of meh. I may be sick a little bit or something. And what's it called? Yeah. Yeah, but it's a fun what's it called? A fun tournament. Fun tournament, man. It's gonna be a tough round, Ixie tells me. So, you know, I'm putting down all the memes. Yeah, if you like, you can show me yours. I've already showed you mine. shown you my I've shown you my depiction. Please answer me. I don't know if anyone's aware of that meme. No, it's kind of esoteric. Keeping an eye on everyone's work in the Bjournament Discord. How much time we got left, gladiators, Bjornites? How much time do we got left, Bjornites? I love it. There's usually a timer. Yeah, cool. Let's take a look. And who are you matched up against? Oh, Hookers has a good one. That's a pretty neat one. The freaking thing won't. Hello? Could you slide? Yeah, there we go. This one's kind of neat. I like the whatever the heck this is. I think that's a furry. I'm not sure. Those are like dancing furries. This is good. I think this is a good interpretation. This one is a guy praying. I like these thumbnails. I don't know, something about them. But it's very I'm not sure if he's hitting what I hear when I hear that song. It's just mysterious, so it could be anything really. So I am against Katagama. Oh. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Always. I think the you know, everyone's drawing furries basically. I think that's a big part of it. You knocked me out of the Bjournament last year. Oh wow, a bitter rivalry. So yeah, I think the fox part is very important. You know, in some way, it doesn't have to be literal foxes or furries, but it has to be represented, I think, somehow. And the mystery, that's the only two like things that I would see as criteria. It's like mystery and foxes in some way, and secret society. Mystery, foxes, secret society. Because I think that's the name of the song, and there's a couple of words attached to it, so you can kind of extrapolate. It's my current work in progress. Still exploring, but I think it's gonna go this way. Alrighty. Kinda neat. Very sci-fi vibe. Very sci-fi vibe. I think you're taking the what's it called? The Fox logo that's attached to the what's it called? Developing it. Yeah, pretty interesting. I think sci-fi is also kind of a read from that song. It's just so like I don't even know. It's very vague. The I guess music is kind of vague, and so I didn't get like a hey, that's what this is, you know. It's very it's very up in the air, I think. You like developing these. Values. Some of these shapes. These are all disjointed right now. Yeah, that song is very ambiguous, which is good, right? You can do whatever you want with it, right? And they can't really say, well, that's not what this song is about. There are a few keywords though, like in the description of the song. So I feel like I'm more of a word guy. I prefer to kind of you know, words are more meaningful to me than music, or they carry more, I guess. They carry more. I don't want to say meaning, but like it's less abstract. It's more concrete for me, even if, you know, it might not be. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's not like one of the songs that I would personally listen to. I'm more of a like bitch lasagna or congratulations type of music liker. Mostly I listen to like chill and stuff, so it should be right up my alley, but it's too mysterious. I think it's too mysterious. It's too mysterious for me. And so, yeah, it's probably not for me. Yeah, PewDiePie released a dope track for what's it called? I really like it actually. I just see it like really weird that it's this guy that used to play video games, now he releases diss tracks on YouTube. Like the evolution is just like, it's staggering. It's huge. Huge. One of the biggest evolutions. One of the biggest. I would know. I've seen a lot of them. It's like, wow, man. That's craft, you know, being able to evolve like that. Pretty neat. And he shot up in subscribers like instantly. So he's back. He's back. I think the sub gap is now 40,000, something like that. I haven't really checked it, but I think I saw it was pretty high. Internet news. Gonna try to edge out that tumor on her left side, make her face a little bit more angular, but still kind of cute. It's getting a little long. Might cut here a little bit. Couple pixels here. Speaking of really cool music, oh, what was it? Gosh, I think I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, I forgot it as I was saying it. Whatever. It's a little strange. Terrible memory. Terrible memory. think I wanna. Which, this one? It's a station. It's a station. But they play this one a lot. This one's pretty good. Yeah, it's also my favorite for painting. This whole station is good. Like, I'm a big fan of chill step and, you know, like all kinds of this like stuff. So. Chilled Cow is probably one of my favorites for, you know, for new stuff. They release tracks. Axion's another good one. AXIAN. And another one would be, I guess, Aurorian music. Pretty good. There's a lot of these channels on YouTube now. He kind of looks like he's flossing. This guy right here. Might not be good. You can almost see his other hand come out here. Just like. Or it's behind him, you know? A lot of sexual tension between those hands. Not really touching, but just like so close, you know? Even though they're not, because like he's in front of her. I feel like that's good, even if they're like a sister brother or something. As visual design, it's kind of neat. Even though that's really weird, but yeah, I think that's kind of like what works. And you have. I'm not sure where I want to put that hand actually. It's kind of like a thing I'm not entirely sure about. I feel like I made it a little bit long. Especially if it's curving up. a silhouette down for where I think her hand will be. Popping his hand out a little bit. Bit of color temperature. Yeah, little by little. October for the Joker movie. It's gonna be a while. I feel like we're in kind of a dry spell. I know Game of Thrones is coming out real soon. Probably be enjoying that. That'll be pretty good. Probably gonna watch Afterlife too. That's gonna be pretty decent. I don't want to have like a here, maybe a little design. Some kind of bonnet. I don't know what it is. Mirror it. Skin showing through straps, I guess. I think I need our body to be tilted a little bit. Seems like it's just really flat, so trying to avoid that. this triangle basically. Trapezoid. Lift upwards. Yeah, it goes before it was too flat. This part should also follow. Though I think I made the wrong. Yeah, put this one down, pick that one up. Oh boy. Hi guys. Good morning. How's it going? I'm doing a book cover. What's up, my dudes? Hey Christopher. How's it going, dude? You've been streaming all night? Holy shit. I usually like checking you're usually on nighttime streams. Working hard, huh? God damn. That's crazy. Lives in Thailand. Yes, I know. But for me, it's nighttime. Nighttime streams. So I'm working on this one, and I'm also gonna work on this one a little later. You guys hop in for that. I think this one's a little bit more action-packed, so I kind of like showing it off, even though it's a little less finished stuff. This one's an entry for the Bjournament, and this one is a book cover. It's gonna look like this, I think. Instagram rip. Yeah, just you could I think if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link to my ArtStation and Instagram and stuff. ArtStation's better, so I can tell you that I for sure have uploaded. Let's go. I need a bot that does all these commands. I like usually when I get a bot though, it starts doing like strange things like banning chatters, and I'm just like, I don't know about this. But yeah, it's a book cover. What you working on, Chris? I haven't popped in for a little bit, so I usually catch it like as a JPEG on Instagram or something. But yeah, that's that time zone. That's that time zone, dude. I want to start waking up in the middle of the night. Screw up my sleep cycle. Start watching guys nighttime streams. Let us know about yourself and your art. I'm an artist, I think. Oh, can I just call myself a serial paintist? Yeah, let's go with serial paintist. I feel like that's much better descriptor than artist. What is an artist? I gotta go see a Darnasar to have a good night. Everyone. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Grisha. Appreciate you. Good luck in the Bjournament. Good luck in the Bjournament, fellow Bjornite. But yeah, I'm kind of like an illustrator type of thing. I do book covers. I do illustrations. I concept a little bit, but you know, just for the purposes of illustrating, I think. Something about my art. I like to do like painty, a lot of paint looking stuff. It's not really looking like, you know, the most well drawn stuff, but you know, hey, I'm working on some D&D race illustrations. Ooh, making my own supplement. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. If you got anything to show me, maybe a little screenshot. Fish in my dish. What's up, dude? How's it going, man?
Please notice me. I watch Asian cartoons.
Thank you for the follow, Shaman Amidamaru. Appreciate you. You do some D&D type of art also? Yes. What's it called? I do D&D type of stuff. Sometimes I get commissions of like, hey, draw my party or draw my character type of things. I do those, yeah. This book cover and its predecessor will be available on Amazon. See my other works at SW Gunn. Yeah, Gunn is the author of these books, and I'm doing these book covers for him. And yeah, I think Gunn can tell you more about the content of the books. I'm more of the what's it called? Visualizer. I'm a visualizer. I'm a visual person. I feel like more than anything else, although I like to read. You do. I see. I would say that. I would say that. I would agree. Oh wait, which one is it? Yeah, here we go. A lot of things I do it for book covers. It's like, hey, these people aren't in the right place. Why don't you change that? You know, it's kind of like that. Boy, this is looking good. Hey, thanks for your kind words, Fish is my dish. How's your procrastination going? I know that I've already confused you with like six other fishes. New style you got? I'm trying to achieve a painter look as well. Yeah, I think it's a good look. I've always my favorite artists are like Craig Mullins, Jamie Jones, Christopher Cant. Yeah, Chris is doing good work. I really enjoy his stuff. I think I've enjoyed his stuff for a while actually. So yeah, always see it popping up on Instagram, giving it a like whenever I see it if I'm on. But I'm an Instagram pleb. I'm not very good. So I'm kind of a boomer. Technology is difficult. I'm also very lazy. That's another inherent problem I have. A lazy boomer. Yeah, that's all you need to know about me. I'm a lazy boomer that does artwork. Ooh, our Scott's doing something interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this is not the time to do Instagram posting. Sometimes, like, I just never check in, and then like when I do check in, it's like I scroll through all this cool art, and then I'm like, oh wow, this is dope. This is dope. And then I just like look up, and it's 6 hours later. Gotta go now though, my guys. Thanks for my dish. Hey, thanks for coming by, and thanks for the host again, Christopher. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Have a good night, dude. Yeah, thanks again. Appreciate you. You the best. You the best, man. Yeah, painterly style has always been kind of like the thing that I've always wanted. And I don't think I've reached it yet, but yeah, that's kind of what I want. I want a kind of a dirty, chaotic, because I'm not really, I think it reflects my like personality, like what I value and things. You know, I'm not the cleanest person. I mean I'm clean, but like I'm not organized, I think is what I'm trying to say. I take baths regularly. Please don't what's it called? But like I feel like some people have it all their shit together. I am not one of those people. And I feel like painting is, it's like coloring outside the edges, that type of thing. Have you ever Yelenovsky? Have you ever tried painting with oils? Yeah, I tried it in like high school. I took like one art class. It's pretty cool. I like it. But I haven't painted anything in the real life for a very long time. Mostly digital because it's so inexpensive. I feel like without line art, I start panicking, but I have to take a leap. I feel like the opposite when I get to the line art and I redraw a lot. I'll draw and then I'll redraw and I'll redraw and then I'll do a bunch of other phases and then I'll redraw again. I'm always kind of iterating, and I'm using more like a stepladder method, where I don't actually know what I'm doing, and I don't pretend to, and then I kind of kind of go at it, from various directions. And the end, it comes out okay. You can check out my art station. There's some finished work there. Some of it's kind of good. Some of it's kind of okay, And yeah, sometimes I'll get something interesting. Sometimes the ideas are neat. All sorts of things. Sometimes I'll get a cool commission. And yeah. Make her a little bit more angular. I feel like her chin is very powerful. I feel like she would benefit from a little bit of a slight change. Not what you're doing is getting good results. Yeah, I feel like the results, I feel like it could be better. We could get better. So, that's like the fun part for me, is that I'm still learning a lot. And, even being a boomer, I still can learn and, become better. And, yeah, I think it's for as long as I keep practicing, it's going to get better and better. And it's more like a time game for me. I just need the, just a little bit more time, and then I'll be good, I think. Good enough for whatever it is, whatever practical thing that I want to achieve, and then we'll see. I'm not even sure what the practical will be. It'll be like, for me, it's still all like very theoretical. I do things and then just like, yeah, that's an idea. That's an idea there. That's definitely a description, a definite description, you could say, of some sort of object or group of people, and then yeah. But yeah, I've always kind of wondered what I'm gonna, if I do get good, what am I gonna do with the skill? That's still like one of those things that I just don't really know just yet. Like when I see people engage in like these long-term projects, I'm always like, oh, that's cool that you're committing. I don't know what I want to do, but at some point I'm gonna figure it out. I think it's I think I want the skill first, so that I don't fuck it up. I think that would be very good for me. Whatever it is that I wanna put out there into the world, I feel like I would like to not be embarrassed. I'm gonna be embarrassed anyway, so who knows? Who knows, man? I think client work is pretty fun. I like that. It's a little stressful sometimes, but you know, you get a good client, then it's not that stressful, and so, you know, it's probably what I'm going to be doing for the longest time. It's going to be just freelance, I think. So freelance, and is there a Gonzo art? Is that a thing? I read some guy's Twitter description. He said he's a Gonzo journalist. I had to look up what that means, but what that meant, and then I was like, oh yeah, dude. I see people who are way better than me. They're just like, yeah, this piece talking about you know, just the last thing that they did has taught me a lot about X or Y, and this one taught me how to pay attention to perspective and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. Everybody's learning who's doing this. I feel like it's a complex problem or you know, set of problems. And we're all just kind of trying our best to figure out what we're doing. Yeah, I think it's fun. I think that's what makes it fun. Like if it was definite and non-creative, I think it would be boring. And so by creative, I mean that, you know, it's a lot of experimentation and what's it called? A lot of, I guess, trial and error. A lot of that. A lot of non-definite states, you know? It's not like a rigid framework with a definite conclusion.
That's very sweet, but try, okay?
Nice meeting you. I have to head off and be productive. I said that 2 hours ago. I haven't done anything, but we'll like, hey, thanks for stopping by, dude. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you. And good luck with being productive. That's always good. I think most people who come by are lurkers. So it's good. It's good. I feel like everyone's doing something, you know? Always kind of interested in what people are doing. So yeah, if you want to share your work, always free to drop a line in the chat or join the Discord. Also give, you know, my 2 cents. I don't even call it art critique anymore. I feel like I want to rename that channel. My 2 cents about what I think about people's work. You know what excites me?
For a very long
Effective communicators. That's always kind of like, someone who could take a complex idea, or claim and make it, very, very easy to understand. I've always always wanted to be understood clearly, or as clearly as possible, right? With my work, right? I want people to look at it and say, oh, well, it's obvious what this is. There's no mystery. I understand what this is. Because, you know, what is entertainment? It's you engaging with whatever it is that's in front of you. So, gotta have a grade 5 next to you all the time so you can achieve that. Grade 5? Oh, like a 15-year-old? You could boil down the... maybe. I think it takes like even more... It takes kind of like a genius, I think, almost. To say something like Mullins, for instance. I feel like he's a very good communicator, to be honest. That's what makes him a good teacher, I think. Is that he's very clear. And I think he said something about art critique, and he's like, well, I feel like I'm just turning people into me, sort of, right? And so what is that? What is the complex idea there? All right, it's that you're always kind of affirming your own ideology, right? It's kind of how it works. You can't not affirm it. It's impossible. Or your sets of categories and values, which are, you know, intermixed. So I think they say, like, if you can show something to a child and it can be understood, then an adult should be able to understand it. That's interesting. I've never thought of it that way. Explain to me like I'm 5, I think, is the premise there, right? That way of simplify things to be understood. Anyways, I'm off. Yeah, maybe. Catch you later, shaman. Or shaman? Is it shaman? But yeah. Shaman. It's definitely shaman. I know, because I played EverQuest when I was a kid, and I still have that interpretation of the word, even though no one ever says it in the game. But that's the one that's in my mind. So. Can always be content that he's wrong. Or British. Wrong or British, you can never know. But yeah, thanks for hopping in, dude. But yeah, it's definitely one of the complex problems of language, and I guess semiotics is why British people say things wrong. Why they gotta do that? Yeah, as a proud Eagle-lander, I know that I have the right pronunciation of all the things. Ukraine, home country of me, is having a really interesting election cycle. I think even Americans are paying attention to it. So much so that I even heard about it on like the this YouTube show I watch for Light News Entertainment, Philip DeFranco, and yeah, it was kind of funny to hear about it from an American source. So there is a comedian running, and he has a really good chance of winning. The funnier part of that is this comedian has a movie where he accidentally becomes the president by just the fluke, basically. So it's kind of like it's very memey, I guess. Many memes. A lot of memes. So our politics not as hilarious as that, sort of. Then again, we do have a reality TV show star as our president, so who are we to criticize Ukraine? Is Ukraine a joke to you? Remember that Seinfeld episode? It's an angry man who had like rigid thinking and didn't understand games. It's kind of a funny look at almost. It's a joke on many levels, right? Because it's kind of exemplifies how, you know, someone in the first world will look at the third world, you know, through this lens of kind of like it doesn't really matter. It's kind of, yeah, very understandable. Very understandable. Definitely one of my favorite moments from Seinfeld. It's a joke that works on other levels, of course. You know, the very very obvious. There's just you know, kind of funny to have your play a board game in a subway. It's kind of a dick move, I would almost say. Then again, I've seen people do shit on the subway that I just don't understand. How do you just start, you know, rehearsing your America's Got Talent submission like right there? I feel like it's kind of like, what? Excuse me. Can you fucking not? But yeah, but that's New York, man. You kind of just see these people all the time, and they're just in their heads, man. I kind of admire the ability, but something about that whole state of affairs, just like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe that's really, really rude. New York, New York, I wanna wake up in the city that never sleeps. Oh, I tried making halal food yesterday. It's actually pretty simple. Once you have some of the recipes, I feel like, you know, my first attempt wasn't amazing. And of course, I'm not trying to replicate the, what's called, religiously sanctified meat portion of the recipe. I'm just trying to get a gyro, my dude. Someone's gonna be like, well, that's not authentic because there's no imam that came over and blessed your food. That's true. It's still delicious, though. I feel like the deliciousness is what I'm after. Yeah. Pretty easy. There's a really simple rice recipe that I really like. So usually, like, we have a recipe from Egypt for rice where we, you know, you fry it on the frying pan, like straight up in oil, and then you drop in water, and then it just soaks up the water, and it's, you know, it's a fast way of cooking the rice, and it tastes good. I think it's called rice argaya. And so this recipe is very similar, except you cook the rice in turmeric and cumin. So very simple. Same thing, you just fry it up in the butter and the turmeric and the cumin, and then you dump chicken broth on it instead. And that makes it a little bit more flavorful. I really like that. Welcome back, Gun. Yeah, I really enjoyed the what's it called? Tasty halal food. I'm a big fan of gyros and stuff like that. I think I try to get one like once in a while at least. There's some good places to get it. It's always like a halal cart, you know. My favorite one is on like near 42nd, I think, 42nd or 34th Street. But that one's always packed. There's like so many people there. Usually we grab it and we head into Central Park. And yeah, it's cheap and it's delicious. Also get falafel. I'm less of a falafel guy, but they make it pretty good. So. Yeah, I might take a halal food break in a little bit. Just kind of grab some. Still have a bunch. It makes a lot, the recipe. I found it on like Serious Eats. Pretty good. Pretty tasty. Recommend, especially if you need something to spice up the you know, the palate, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people just, you know, they're kind of like me, you know, they just cook the same food over and over again, and it gets really boring. So it's nice to have a couple recipes you could just pick up, you know? Yeah, halal All food super simple. Super, super simple. And delicious. That's the best part. Having a lot of fun with the cloth. For this round. Still trying to tilt it through the, what's it called? And 3D shape it so that it works. But yeah, looking forward to the prints working out good this time. I think that'll be pretty good. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully you're not losing much on the, what's it called? Print run. Oh yeah, let me ask Cash how it's called. I wonder if anyone wants to watch me play creative mode on Rust. That's kind of like playing Rust, except without all the shooty. It's more like playing Minecraft. A lot of learning there. Maybe I'll take a break and see. Cause yeah, since our base is gone, there's no point in playing like live, since the patch or the what's it called is coming. Wipe hype. Man, it's so annoying though. It's like the same people that were raiding us and inside our base ended up being the ones, even though that we changed our names and like we became like hidden on the server, because I kind of like the server. I think it's a neat one. It's got a neat set of rules that I enjoy, because I don't want to get blueprints every 2 weeks. yeah, it was the same people that incited us and killed our first base. That ended up being the ones that took us down eventually. Even though there was another big clan that tried to raid us, but we saw their raid base and we just popped them and took their LRs and AKs before they could even get what's it called? You can get started. It's just free loot. Of course, we lost it all since the base died, and those guys Foundation raided us. But yeah, I think base building is probably my favorite part of that game, or any of those survival games. It's always the kind of the what's it called? I'm thinking about how to make it more defensible now. Although, you know, the raid that we faced down was not defensible at all, because like they had something like 60 rockets or some shit, and they blew up 8 foundations. It's kind of painful. But yeah. If we didn't lose it to them, we would lose it to the wipe. So, c'est la vie. Some breakfast in a sec. Real quick though, just gotta microwave the halal food. I wanna maybe get a reference for the skirt, because I don't know how those folds will work. All my folds seem to be not good. But yeah, we changed the lighting a lot because print considerations. And yeah. Just kind of coasting along. Alright, we can go with microwaves. I also made like halal sauce, which I think is the best thing ever. We didn't have any mayonnaise though, so I just kind of made it out of yogurt. probably like most of the flavor there. Other than, you know, the turmeric fried rice, which is pretty cool. It's real simple to make. You know, just parsley, garlic, yogurt, mayonnaise. That's like super simple. Super simple. And delicious. Just to make a simple, very similar sauce. Oh yeah, lemon juice too. But instead of lemon juice, I would use the lemon shavings. I think there's a specific name for it, but I don't know what it is. So let me see. White dress. Something like that. I think. Might even just copy pasta some of it again. Kind of in the wrong. What's it called? Probably do something like this. At least the folds for sure. Alright, beer. Getting a hunger headache, so a little bit. Think about this change and stuff. How I'm gonna fix it. Halal food in the morning. Breakfast of champions. Nice when your wife doesn't eat so much, just leaves everything, and I get to eat double. Especially good in restaurants. Just orders something and takes a little nibble of it. And I'm like, all right, you done with that?
What are you doing?
I'm just looking at the world.
Artist ASMR. Thinking I'll move the halfling's feet up. But it doesn't look like he's in front of her. The dwarf looks a little stagnant. I think leftovers are like the best breakfast food. They're just so easy to make. I could use the pattern from the dress all over. I feel like that'd be might be impossible to replicate on the other pair. Oh, now that I've had breakfast, I'm just bit of background work. Okay, better. try to make him a little bit more Asian. Yeah, that's what I saw. I'm super looking forward to that. It is yeah. It looks like another artistic Marvel movie. It's good, you know, like Dark Knight level of good. We'll have to see, you know. Joker's kind of like the favorite character, I feel like. It's easy to ruin it, too. But, you know, from what I saw, it's just, you know, it's gonna be good. Oh, it's DC. Alright, yeah, I forgot it's DC. Yeah, my bad. I keep forgetting like which one is what's it called? Which one is which? It's so same, yet different. Yeah, I really like The Dark Knight, and I'm kind of hoping that, you know, we get another good movie that I can, hype up. Hype this. It's gonna be good to I haven't seen it. Got no opinions. Heard it wasn't great from the people that, you know, really wanted to see it, so I'll wait for VHS. I'll wait for 8-track, you know? I mean, I'll watch it and probably be disappointed. Although you can't be disappointed if you come into it with like just really low expectations. I feel like I'm usually watching these movies with like super low expectations. You know, like just a popcorn movie. You know, because like some days you just want something to just fill the void. And that's when I watch something like Infinity War. But usually I'm watching like movies like Roma. Roma was very good. That's the kind of movie I like to watch, and I like to engage with it. Not just, you know, not just popcorn it, but actually have like an experience that's more than just a little bit of fun. But yeah, it's a shame that that Roma didn't get what's it called, nominated. It's actually it's kind of not nominated. The Oscar, sorry, did get nominated, didn't win. It's funny that Zizek basically agrees with me, and for all the right reasons. And yeah. There's gonna be live stream tickets to the Jordan Peterson event. Of course, it's gonna come out on YouTube. Might get it. And might get a ticket and then like share it with friends maybe, because I feel like it would be fun to watch it with a couple of my friends together. I think we would have some fun. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like there might be a couple of comment channels that might rebroadcast it with commentary. Hey, konnichiwa. Marshall Ninbas, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I watch Asian cartoons.
How's it going, my dude?
I'm a weeaboo.
So yeah, Zizek is very woke on movies, which is good. And he's also woke on video games. I thought that was kind of neat to hear a philosopher seriously entertain how video games are changing our society in a what I would call absurd, reactionary, video games cause violence type of way that's just, you know, kind of boring. And we really don't need another philosopher to say, oh, well, you know what? Video games just bad. But to actually engage in it as a media that is, you know, good and has a lot of effects on us, you know, having experienced something. It does change you a little bit, you know, so it's good to, and the question is always how much, you know. how much does it change you? So Jordan Peterson is 10 times more woker. Wow. That's pretty woke. I'm on Team Zizek. I think he's fundamentally more insightful. That's just it. You know, he is thoughtful. You know, he doesn't say shit like you know, Frozen is propaganda. Don't you know that? There's always a price. There's always a price. It's like, what is the price? Your name the price for what's it called? Peterson on adult materials. Fundamentally more communist. There are some premises to like socialism that are true. There's definitely problems with capitalism. It's actually kind of like, that's what bothers me the most, I think, is that a loss of I guess the ability to communicate and recognize good ideas as good ideas, even if they're coming from the wrong people, from a bad source. I feel like that's like one of the prevailing problems. I really see a lot of, that's kind of like, that's kind of where I land. It's not really about who's right. It's whether you can have a conversation. And I feel like both sides. There are many sides. There's a lot of problems with having a conversation. It's a lot of dehumanize and attack, you know? Red pill, based and red pilled. Wow. I think violence only begets more violence. And yeah. It seems really strange, you know, when someone's like, "Oh wow, that guy got punched. Wow, that's, you know, that's morally wrong. We should not do that." But then it's almost like there's a lot of opportunists that can. There's just coined a term called principal opportunist, and I've talked about this so many times. So just never coin the term because like it sounds asinine. It's just a combination of the words that are already used to describe this. So it's like, what the heck is that? Lots of viewers this time. Oh yeah? How many we got, Cash? I think Christopher hosted, and all those people are from Christopher's stream. But yeah. Wow! It's pretty good. How's it going, buddy? What you doing? What you up to? Sleeping a lot, but I am woke. Woke. Wow. It's good to get woke. Get woke, my dude. Don't be asleep. What I want to do is add a little bit more saturation here. And that should push the lips out. So I'm having a hard time adding a shadow here. It just looks like a beard or something. Same thing under the nose. I put it down and it just looked like a mistake. So. I got a fair bit of sleep. I always wake up early. Wake up at like 7 or 8. Get my coffee and sit watching like YouTube videos or, you know, play a video game. The morning time. Yeah, I used to be a night owl. But then I became a boomer, and boomers only sleep at, what's it called? Sleep in the night. Sleep in the nighttime. They don't sleep in the morning time. Yeah. Have you ever heard the words, philosophy is useless? I think that's my favorite meme right now because it's so easy to knock down. I like easy questions, I think. I don't like engaging with the hard questions because it's always very difficult. But yeah, I've been hearing this meme a lot. Philosophy is the purview of the posh. How many minors got time to sit around asking why? That's right, the minors get told what to do, right? They're not the thinking. Philosophy is the purview of the posh. That doesn't make any... So wait, hold on. Are all scientists posh? Is anyone who is engaging in the scientific endeavor? Because that's not built on nothing, you know? It's also a funny way of thinking about it, you know? Unless you're saying that, you know, people like Heisenberg are just, yeah, they're posh. The working man. I would describe a scientist or a researcher as a working man. Someone who investigates. It's not an insult, but the average guy ain't got time for that shit. That's an interesting claim. I think everyone engages in philosophy at some level. I guess what you're saying maybe is that he doesn't have time to read philosophy. Which is kind of like a maybe, at best. I would say that it's not as esoteric as you think. Have 3 kids and see how you feel about it. That's, I mean, that's not really a claim against philosophy. Again, it's kind of just a weird thing to say. Like, I don't have time in a day. You're always thinking, aren't you? Unless you're just on like autopilot. Kind of hard to stop thinking, I think. I know, that's what I'm saying. Coal miners don't have a philosophy. I'm not sure that's true. I think we're all amateur philosophers. I think we think of things on a very basic level as a result of